Hey everybody, happy Thursday. So I was going to make a video about my plants and what they're good for. And then as I was like writing down my notes and stuff, it started storming. And when I tell you the wind howls around this house, I took a little video so you guys could hear. Yeah, so that's the howling that you hear in like certain areas around the house. Anyways, so back to plants. Um, so I'm kind of like trying to become a bit of an apothecary, not for like other people, but this is for our own benefit and stuff. I've always been really into herbs and plants and natural remedies before, you don't always got to go stick chemicals in your body. Sometimes you do need that medicine, but sometimes there's things that are less harmful in other ways or have less side effects. I have issues with a lot of different medications and side effects and stuff. So, like, I can't even take regular cold medicine. So, natural remedies for that kind of thing is always the way I go because I don't have any other options. Um, Anyways, so since it is stormy outside, I just pulled up some pictures on my computer. So while I'm talking about them, I'll show you some of the different pictures. All right, so let's get into it. Oh, another thing. So all the plants that I am picking are native to the area, and they are drought tolerant, which is nice. So you don't have to be out there watering them every night and everything. They're going to do better, and they are great for the local pollinators. Every single one that I did. So some of them are better for like hummingbirds and stuff, and some of them are better for bees, but they're all good for pollinators. And they also, so we have, if you watch my other videos, you know that we have a lot of clay in the soil, so it doesn't drain well. And this is a 155-year-old house. So like it's got channels and stuff in the basement for the water to run in. So I'm hoping that by planting these around some of the different areas of the house, it might help suck up some of that moisture. I'm not quite sure how much it'll help because of the clay. It's like when it rains a lot, it just kind of like sits on the top and, then it slowly trickles down. But I don't know. We'll see. So maybe it'll help with some of the moisture that we get in the basement. Right now we're running like 2 dehumidifiers down there because it's spring and there's a lot of rain. But okay, so back to the plants. First one. Okay, so the first plant is sage, also known as salvia, and mugwort is also another name for it. And these are just pictures of like the common sage plant. I love sage is like, it's kind of like furry, like it's real soft. Like if I had to wipe my butt out in the wild, sage is not a bad way to go, because it's really soft and it's actually good for your skin. So let's find a pretty picture to look at here. So sage is good for a lot of different things. It can be good for your brain, improving memory and cognitive function, and help protect against neurodegenerative diseases. So like Alzheimer's and I'm blanking on them. Maybe I need more sage, which I don't. I put sage in everything. It can also soothe a sore throat. It has anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. It can aid in digestion, relieving bloating, gas, and upset tummy, and can also help if you have issues with loss of appetite. Some say it is good for hot flashes and night sweats, especially like if you're menopausal. It can also help lower your blood sugar and cholesterol. You can use it as a cold compress for skin inflammation and acne. It is an astringent and antibacterial. So it helps with cough, bronchitis, and asthma. And you can also apply it topically to help stop bleeding. I also forgot to say at the beginning of this video, none of this is medical advice. And whenever you're going to use something, you should always do your due diligence and research. There are different medical conditions that might mean that you need to stay away from certain, plants. And then you can also have medication reactions if you take different medications. So, do your research and, check with I'm not going to say to your doctor because they're not going to like you bugging them. But you could check with your pharmacist to make sure it's not going to, interfere with any of your medications. So that being said, I am not a healthcare provider. I am not giving healthcare. I'm just giving some information on things that people use these plants for. So the next plant is bee balm, and as you see, it comes in a variety of different colors. I think I got red because a lot of the other plants I have purple flowers. So let's look at a pretty red. So bee balm is good for indigestion, intestinal cramps, nausea, and gas. It also can help with fever, chills, and congestion. Topically, it can help with minor wounds, bee stings, and rashes. It can also help with cold sores and eczema, muscle pain and spasms, and it's kind of like it's a nerve tonic and general relaxant. So it can also soothe sore throats, and it's good for a natural mouthwash. So next plant is yarrow, and as you see, this one also comes in a lot of different colors. I think I got yellow. The yellow and the white are probably the two that are most common in this area, but I've seen the purple as well before. Let's see. This one's pretty. We're gonna look at this one. So yarrow is really good at stopping bleeding and promoting rapid healing of wounds, cuts, and burns. And the Latin name for this is like Achillea or something, because apparently Achilles used it to treat all his soldiers when they got hurt. Interesting little tidbit. Anyways, it is antibacterial and astringent. It reduces fevers and by inducing sweating. It also can be used to help with runny nose and congestion. It is an anti-inflammatory for skin and liver. It can help with indigestion and loss of appetite, menstrual cramps, and irregular cycles. It is also a muscle relaxant and can help with spasms. So our next plant is lavender. Lavender is pretty much just purple. There are some different shades of purple, and I absolutely love lavender. I love the smell of it. It's one of my favorites. I like lavender tea a lot. So most people know lavender is good for stress and anxiety. It's very commonly used in aromatherapy to help with those things. Used as a sleep aid. I see a lot of different sleep aids being sold in the store now that have lavender in them. It can also help with headaches. It is an antiseptic, and anti-inflammatory, and can help with faster healing of minor wounds and burns. It can be used to treat acne, athlete's foot, and different skin ailments. It can be used for pain relief, muscle, menstrual cramps, and post-surgical pain as well. And I actually have had doctors tell me that. Get some lavender after surgery. Oh, God. That's the worst. It can help calm an upset stomach and colitis. And it really does help calm your stomach. That's the tea I have sometimes when I get an upset tummy. I have that and it calms it down. It is also an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, so it can help support your immune system. Yay, lavender. All right, so next we got black-eyed Susans. Most of the time you'll see them this yellow color, but they do have like these orange ones as well. I don't know that, oh, it says there's purple black-eyed Susans, but that really looks like a cone flower to me, so we'll see. But, so, black-eyed Susans, they are used for medicinal and culinary, but I was having a hard time finding medicinal stuff that I really like. I have to do some more research on that one, but they're pretty and I like them and they're good for the pollinators. So I was trying to throw in some variety of color too, so that everything's not purple out in my yard. And then we have, come on, where'd my mouse go? All right. Echinacea, which is also called the purple cone flower. And so echinacea, you know, a lot of people know it's good for treating the common cold, influenza, bronchitis, and other upper respiratory infections. This is another tea that I like as well. You know, both lavender and echinacea tea, they're really tasty. I think I have an echinacea with elderberry, and it is so yummy. That one, I just like the flavor of it, so I drink it. I mean, I drink it when I'm sick and stuff too, or if I think I'm coming down with something, but it's just really tasty. So it can reduce severity and duration of infections by supporting the immune system. There's been a lot of research done on echinacea as far as that too. It's an analgesic for like toothaches, headache, and other pains. Can promote healing and slow healing wounds and skin irritations, and it also can help reduce inflammation, gum disease, and osteoarthritis. All right, last one I got is primrose. I don't remember which color I got. I have to look, but it's pretty. I didn't look up the medicinal on this. I'm sure it does have some. I remember seeing it in some books. And I know I definitely like the oil and the smell of it. So I was like, well, I'm going to get it. And if it's good for some other stuff, then yay. And if not, it's still pretty and good for the pollinators and everything. And there was another plant I got, but the card was missing from it. And I'm not sure what it is. And then it's like the smallest of my plants out there. And it is struggling. And then, of course, the squirrels buried a nut in it. And they came and dug it up today. So I guess sometime this week they buried a nut in there and then got it. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will chat with you later. Meow.